Hello surfboard fans, boardshop.co.uk review time. We've got a cracker for you today. It's the new Lost Swordfish, available online in PU as well, but in the Lib Tech construction. Now, it's not often that Matt Barlos, the Lost guy, releases the board in both constructions at the same time, but he has done this time, and the Lib Tech stuff is getting ever more popular for good reason. The construction now is brilliant, it's responsive, it's super tough, as you know, it's got all those credentials, and it's taken away some of the stiffness that the early boards had, and they surf really well, and they are a really good choice for traveling, etc., because obviously they're tough, but also in terms of surfability. So I won't bore you too much about the Lib Tech construction. You know it's eco-friendly, as eco-friendly as you can get. You know it uses a lot of recycled materials. In the Swordfish, there's another innovation. You'll see the rail line here. It's a bit lighter than some of the other Lib Tech boards. This is their BRB rail technology. It's basically recycled plastic bottles. So another big feather in their cap, environmentally speaking. They're doing their best to get it as friendly as is humanly possible, and they're making inroads in that department for sure, probably more than anybody else. Anyway, so the Swordfish. Inspired by Kolohe Andino, a cross between a performance shortboard and a fish to give you the best of both worlds. Nice and flat through the middle, lots of volume, enough tail lift to deal with steeper drops. Nice pulled in swallowtail, as you can see, and the hip comes in just where the fins are, so you get a really nice pivot point, and that overcomes some of the volume to give you a more responsive surf, and it allows the board to turn a lot more tightly whilst maintaining speed. Part of the trick here, you want a load of volume and flatness through this section here to carry the speed, but if you carry too much volume and width into the tail, then obviously it's going to slow the board up turning. So by putting this little hip in here and putting the tail in, it gives you that extra manoeuvrability and that extra responsiveness, especially when you surf it right off the tail. Comes as a 5-fin. Most people are going to surf it as a 3-fin. I think that's how it seems to be working best for other people in all the videos and all the bump and what have you. But it's just such a pleasing shape as an all-round, like one board quiver for European type waves. It's got that paddle power you need, the volume under the chest to make sure you keep your wave count high, but then it's got that performance through the tail where it's pulled in, and that little hip to give you the manoeuvrability. The double concave through the tail and the V out the tail is slightly less pronounced than it is in the PU version. That's to do with the construction, I think. But it's still got bags of performance, and it's a very user-friendly hybrid type board for probably 90% of people who surf. Sits above your groveller, below your performance shortboard, and so that tells you straight away it's the board that you're going to surf probably most of the time. Volume-wise, it comes in a little bit higher than the PU version. This is a 6.0 at 36.5 litres, 20 3/4 by 2.63. So you can see it's really generous in volume, but with these little tweaks that he does and this construction, it gives you that extra performance that you might not expect. So there it is, the Lib Tech Cross Lost Swordfish, inspired Kolohe Andino, but really a surfboard for everybody. Available online right now. You can, of course, buy 0% finance, trade in old boards, etc. And we also now have the Lib Tech Rips fins in, specifically designed for all the Lib Tech boards. They're a carbon composite fin, and they're cheaper than FCS or Futures for the same quality of construction, so worth a look too. Surf this board as a thruster, that seems to be how it works best with Lib Tech or whatever. Thanks for watching, until next time.